Ladies and gentlemen, now today we're going to be covering all of the tips, tricks, best champions, and need-to-know information to absolutely dominate Uncollected Nick Fury. And today's video does also extend down to kind of Master and also Heroic, because a lot of the Nick Fury difficulty is kind of understanding how the champion works and how to play around his mechanics, his second phase as well. And once you kind of understand that and how to deal with everything, he actually becomes quite straightforward on the provision that you've brought a champion that's not going to be a really bad matchup. And to be honest, with the way that Nick Fury works, it's kind of only mutant champions that have a really good chance against him. Some of the god tier / beyond god tier champions might be able to take this dude down on Uncollected, but it's highly suggested for reasons that we're going to talk about when it comes to his tactical charge gain that you do bring a mutant champion, and ideally one that is immune to bleed. So Colossus here, you know, put in so much work, man. Managed to get a full solo, and we're going to be talking about that a little bit later once we understand the mechanics. But let's jump into the abilities of Nick Fury and cover all of the need-to-know information. Now, in order to dominate Nick Fury, there are two mechanics that you need to understand. The first one is the tactical advantage charges, and the second one is the life model decoy, aka the second phase of Nick Fury, because once you kill him, he's going to come back again, because that wasn't the real Nick Fury, that was just his decoy. And yeah, he's a little bit harder in that phase, has stun immunity, Fury, but also degenerates very quickly through the first 70% as well. But anyway, let's start with the tactical advantage charges. So when Nick is struck, he has a 100% chance to gain one tactical charge, but this is reduced to 25% against mutant opponents. So when you're fighting with any class that isn't mutant, every single hit will give him a tactical charge, but when you're fighting with a mutant, it's 1 in 4 hits are going to generate a tactical charge. Now, if you parry him as well, he's going to lose those charges, and he loses them passively over time, so below 10, he will lose 1 charge every 6 seconds, and above 10, he will lose 1 charge every 4 seconds. And really, the danger zone when fighting Nick Fury is 15 plus charges, because all Nick's attacks become unblockable. But if you get him to 20 charges, then he consumes all of them, gains a Fury effect, and this can be, in some scenarios, a little bit preferable to unblockable, but really, the kind of standard tactic is use a mutant champion and kind of manage his charges well by parrying, and also waiting over time. But if you're playing a mutant champion, often you don't really need to worry about these charges unless you're baiting out too many special ones, because the special one as well does provide Nick immediately with 4 tactical charges. So if he uses like a few of these back to back, he can go like fully unblockable and really screw you up there. So you've got to be careful in the matchup, and we're going to show you how to do this as well to kind of push him to the special 2 as much as possible and try and avoid that special 1. Because also it deals a ton of block damage. It's a lot of bombardment from an aerial shield helicarrier. So yeah, you just got to be a little bit careful there. But essentially, use a mutant champion and he's going to gain much less tactical charges. So certainly keep that one in mind. But also the next mechanic as well is life model decoy, which is when Nick is knocked out again. The first Nick actually isn't Nick Fury, it's his life model decoy. So this gets destroyed, and instead he returns to the fight with a permanent Fury's Fury buff and stun immunity. So he's going to have the permanent Fury, tactical charges won't dissipate, and also he's going to be stun immune as well. Goes right back up to 100% health. However, he starts to degenerate, and he's going to lose 3.2% of his health per second for the rest of the quest while above 30% max health, and you cannot negate this with ability accuracy reduction. And also he removes all effects, so to the best of my knowledge and experience, you can't heal block him. Like, I've tried Archangel with the neurotoxin, but unfortunately it didn't work there. So yeah, basically he comes back again, he's going to degen to 30%, and then he's just really annoying. He's got Fury, he's got stun immunity, and that final phase is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but you can, you know, just bait out heavy attacks, try and dodge special attacks to the best of your ability and nuke him down there. But just bear in mind, when you kill him, he is going to come back. But it's much easier to kind of see it in a fight and see how that works. But now that we've covered some of the need-to-know information abilities, let's have a bit of a chat about some of the best champions. Now, to cover some of the best options for dealing with Nick Fury, and also if you have anything we've missed from this list, please do leave it in the comments section below. But some options I've tested so far that work so well, man. Archangel is just great for Nick Fury. You can absolutely nuke him down. Domino, fantastic matchup as well. Omega Red, really, really good matchup. Iceman as well. Emma Frost, Sabretooth, Havoc, Wolverine, X-23, Mr. Sinister, Rogue, Bishop, Storm. Psylocke should work extremely well as well, because then you don't need to worry about kind of baiting out special attacks on Nick Fury, and because he has the aggressive node as well, like, it's just a really, really good time there. But one of the things that you need to also just kind of keep in mind is that he does have this ability called Shank, so when striking into the defender's block, the attacker has a 40% chance to be inflicted with a bleed debuff, dealing up to 1% of the defender's attack as direct damage over 10 seconds. So it's a very, very weak bleed there, but also when the attacker receives a bleed they're immune to, Nick has a 75% chance to gain 1 tactical charge, but this chance is reduced to 25% against mutants. So really, this isn't a huge amount to worry about, but also bear in mind he does have the aggressive node, so this does especially in the final phase, make him a little bit easier to intercept as well, so something to keep in mind there. But those nodes, you know, aren't really too much of a hassle. Pretty much any mutant champion will work an absolute treat, so those are just some of the top options there, but probably also will work. You've got like Cable would probably be pretty decent, Nightcrawler, Beast, Goldpool, Old Man Logan, both of the Cyclops. Kabam Mike is having a field day, lads. Gambit, Magneto, Deadpool, X-Force, and Colossus. I've got a 4 solo with Colossus. So yeah, man, my 5-star rank 3 Colossus has been putting in some solid work. But now that we've covered, you know, just the need-to-know abilities and also some recommendations for the best options, let's dive back into some gameplay and have a bit of a look at the Fury fight. Now, this is just a very, very quick and efficient kill with Domino to get us started. We got 3 different kills to look at. We got Domino, 4-star Archangel, and 5-star Colossus. But yeah, I just want to show you, man. I mean, this is like maybe a little bit overkill because Domino is just so incredibly good. But Domino and heavy attacks is just such a great option for this fight. I don't think like he even gains 1 tactical charge. We're like so incredibly lucky in this matchup. And what we're doing here for the final phase as well is saving up for that special 3. So I'm kind of attacking in, you know, just to speed up the process a little bit more, and also so that I can get up to the special 3. But if you want to here, this is the opportunity where you can kind of like dash back, lay it out a little bit. We dodge the special 2, going for a 5 combo, get a special 3, kind of bosh out that plus 12% bonus damage there. And Domino is just an absolute Nick Fury unit, mate. What a fantastic champion for this matchup. But again, man, this is a little bit too stacked. It's a little bit too overpowered. That was way too easy. Let's tone it down a little bit to a 4-star Archangel. Next up, we've got the absolute powerhouse, the uncollected MVP for probably about 50% of bosses, Archangel, and Nick Fury is certainly no exception. You can just Archangel this dude, cheese the F out of him, just parry, spam those heavy attacks, and really have a great time. But one of the things, again, you want to try and do in the matchup is just save your special 3. Here you can see we are blocking that and going for the full block. Tried to go for the dodge at the end, but this was one of my first tries, and you're going to see me ambitiously going for even more dodges just toward the end of the special 1 as we get into the Colossus matchup as well, because I really needed to, you know, fully push it out there for that one. But we're blocking that one. Don't go for any dodges at the end, but you can dodge at the end just out of the final couple of hits there. Actually, the final 3 hits if you get the timing right. And you can see we're pushing him into the second phase now. He heals up to full there and also gains his neurotoxin. So at this point, I use the special 3 in order to push him just over to his special 2, because again, that one is much, much easier to dodge and deal with, and there's also a very easy way to like dash back in and get an interval in there. But I actually messed that up, man. This is one of my first tries against Nick Fury, and you can see this is even like a very, very sloppy kill. It's still working out quite well for Archangel, man. You know, we're getting those neurotoxins, we've got a poison and a bleed, and there we go, they combine. We fire off a special 1, get a little bit more distance there, and I think we're going for a heavy attack. You gotta wait for that knife to kind of slice up on his heavy attack, and then just nuke in. He goes for the final slice up. We retaliate and get Nick Fury down. It's a great time, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit sloppy there, but you know, you can learn from my mistakes, and that's all the fun in making these videos. Finally, we have got the Colossus one-shot of Nick Fury, ladies and gentlemen. The creme de la creme, the pinnacle of this video. And I'm actually so impressed with this. It's like 167 hits total, but I did make a very, very big mistake toward the start of this, which is a really good one to learn from, which is don't trigger too many special ones back to back, or you're going to push him to 15 charges, and he is going to be unblockable. But so far, you can see the fight's going fairly well. You know, he hasn't got a huge amount of tactical charges, but this is where it starts to get a little bit risky. He fires off a special one, and he's ramping them up, and you're going to see as well, we are a little bit more brave, a little bit more ambitious on this fight and going for the dashbacks. When it comes to the special 2 as well, you're looking for that final gunshot, because his special 2 is like a knife forward and then a slash back, and then he pulls out a pistol and then shoots you, and if you can dodge that pistol, man, you're in for a very, very good time. But he throws another special one. You can see he's got 9 tactical charges at the moment. We evade the end of it and go straight back in. At this point, we're on a roll, but we've been baiting so many special ones in a row that the tactical charges are getting very high. He hits 15. This one's unblockable, and my Colossus gets nuked, lads. So we have to make a bit of a comeback, bit of a recovery from this. I actually wasn't paying attention to the tactical charges at this point, because this was like my second kill, so I was like, okay, I really, really need to sharpen up now, get those charges down. So yeah, I'm just trying to play a little bit more cleverly here, and we've got him like just below the special 1 so that we can parry 5 combo, fire off a special 2, and push him to the special 2. But unfortunately, we didn't quite get there, but we go for a cheeky little intercept and manage to just about get him there. So yeah, what a good time, ladies and gentlemen. And now it's a case of dodging that special 2. Look at it carefully. It's a couple of knife slashes and then a gunshot. So again, you've got to make sure that you are back. And as soon as he pulls out that pistol and aims it at you, you've got to dash back at that time. And then you're always going to evade the special 2. So, you know, it may take you a couple of tries in order to get the timing right on that special 2. But look for him pulling out the gun. And as soon as you see kind of that gun moving towards you from out of his pocket, then you want to dash back and you're going to be having a very, very good time. And just in terms of the special 1, the timing that I've kind of gotten used to or found that works for me is just like wait till you're hit like 4 times and then dash backward. Like I'm not confident at fully evading it yet. You know, it might be possible. I'm not saying it's completely off there, but I think the special 2, you know, is much, much better to push to whenever you possibly can. And also moving into that final phase, we have conserved our power to kind of play around with here. And what I want to do, because I've got such little health and he's got the Fury, is just keep pushing him to those special 2s so that I can bait those out and somehow miraculously get this one done. So the reason for actually doing that little play there with the special 3 instead of waiting for him to degen was just to push him to the special 2 so we can quickly dodge it there. The final gunshot, we go back in and he fires off a special 1. So we are getting a little bit nuked there, but he just about manages to get his Fury. We go for a cheeky little backdraft, and I need some sort of miracle. I bang out an intercept there, which I'm super, super happy about. We dodge one more special 2 with Colossus, go in for the 5 combo, go for a little backdraft intercept there because he's the aggression node, fire off a special 2, and oh my goodness, boys, the adrenaline is pumping right now. Nick Fury, one shot with Colossus. But as you can see, you know, Colossus is a lot more work than using Archangel or Domino, but if you want to have a bit of fun and get very good at fighting Nick Fury, you know, he's an option. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of today's video. So Nick Fury, he's not too bad once you understand what's going on, but definitely if you go into this fight unprepared, you're going to be a little bit confused, and if you're not bringing mutant champions, you're probably going to find yourself in quite a tight spot quite quickly. So yeah, mutant champions are definitely advised there. But best of luck, ladies and gentlemen. If you did enjoy today's video, if it helped you out, smash that like button and also share it with your alliance to help them save a few revives as well. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.